Today is the 31st of December, the last day of what has been a difficult year. I'm sure you're all looking forward to new beginnings and a better 2021. But tonight, I want to begin with what happened exactly 1 year ago, 31st December 2019. On this very day, China finally told the World Health Organization about the virus outbreak. The WHO country office in China was informed about the first cases in Wuhan. Pneumonia of unknown cause. That is how they described it. 5 days later, the WHO told the world about this outbreak. By then, though, it was too late. The virus first spread across Wuhan, then across China, within days across the world, and within a year, it has reached more than 190 countries and regions. It is a pandemic, the biggest of our lifetimes. The pandemic began in China. It infected the world. Today, the world is struggling with mutations of the Wuhan virus. What is China doing? Declaring a victory. What is Wuhan doing? It had a grand party with people out and about. No masks, no social distancing. China beamed these pictures far and wide today. It was trying to make a point. Its president then made a speech. His annual New Year address, where he sets the tone for the year ahead, an opportunity to set a new narrative. Xi Jinping made the most of this opportunity today. The president was in his office in Beijing, and today he declared he declared China's victory over China's virus. He said China wrote an epic in the fight against the Wuhan virus.
2020 is an extraordinary year. Facing the sudden outbreak of the novel coronavirus epidemic, we placed people and their lives a top priority and achieved the great love of humanity. With solidarity and perseverance, we wrote the epic of our fight against the epidemic.
That was the beginning. In a speech that lasted 11 minutes, Xi Jinping painted China as a country that is immune to the virus. He said their growth is back on track. In fact, they will register positive economy growth with a GDP of around $14 trillion. Xi Jinping said China has defeated extreme poverty. He claimed that close to 100 million rural Chinese have been pulled out of poverty in 8 years. He even said that China has defeated severe flooding. So to sum it up, Xi Jinping declared the pandemic over in China, and the country, he said, is back on track.
China is the first major economy in the world to achieve positive growth. The GDP is expected to step up to a new level of 100 trillion yuan. After experiencing a year of ups and downs, we have a deeper understanding now more than ever of the significance of a community with a shared future for mankind.
A shared future for mankind, a new pitch for the new year from China. That's what Xi Jinping wants you to remember. But here is what he conveniently skipped from that 11-minute-long speech. Xi Jinping claimed that the Chinese economy has bounced back. But he did not share with the world or with the Chinese the growing defaults in his country. This year's bond defaults have touched $25 billion. Xi Jinping says China is now a moderately prosperous society, but economists predict that 80 million people were thrown out of work during the worst phase of the pandemic in China. Of course, Xi Jinping made no mention of China's lapses during this outbreak, but that would be too much to expect. Because on the same day last year, when the Chinese government had informed the WHO about the outbreak in Wuhan, Xi Jinping was delivering his New Year speech, 31st December 2019, and he made no mention of the Wuhan virus. Instead, he boasted that China now has diplomatic relations with 180 countries around the world. He said that China now has friends in every corner of the world. 1 year later, the Chinese president is back, this time spearheading the effort to burnish China's image, to shift the conversation around the pandemic from China's lapses to how successfully it defeated the virus. This is the challenge that lies ahead for the world in 2021. How to see through this sustained propaganda, how to hold China accountable for its lapses, for its lies, and for the cover-up of a pandemic that has now infected more than 80 million people worldwide and killed close to 2 million. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.